I don't worry about the gaffes. And you know what? The American people know who Joe Biden is. I mean, if he misspeaks one word, that doesn't affect the way they're going to vote one way or the other.
Some Democrats worry and wonder whether you'll be fast enough on your feet, quick enough to defend yourself against President Trump.
Well, what the really... And in addition to that, we have to make sure that we are in a position that we are. Well, let me go to the second thing. I've spoken enough of that.
And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand, and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing. If you agree with me, go to Joe 30330 and help me in this fight. No, words matter a lot, and I got the point across. You're the only guys that didn't understand it. I'm beginning to see why your wife left you. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap. Look, I think the one thing the president doesn't want to do from the very beginning is face me, because I will beat him. Period. I'm here to ask you for your help. Where I come from, you don't get far unless you ask. My name's Joe Biden. I'm a Democratic candidate for the United States Senate. You ever been to a caucus? No, you haven't. You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier. Make sure make sure you have the record player on at night.
Have you seen any change in his ability to communicate in recent years?
No, not at all.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
And when they cut to the President of the United States.
We choose unity over division. We choose science over fiction. We choose truth over facts. You know, there's during World War II, where Roosevelt came up with a thing that was totally different than he called it the World War II. He had the War Production Board. Well, I'm looking forward to appointing the first African-American woman to the United States Senate.
Well, he just clarified it.
Wait. Take your AR-14s and look. This is not okay. No man has a right to raise a hand to a woman in anger other than in self-defense, and that's rarely ever occurs. And so we have to just change the culture, period, and keep punching at it and punching at it and punching at it. Turn this primary from a campaign that's about negative attacks into one about what we're for, because we cannot get reelected. We cannot win this reelection. We can only reelect Donald Trump. We, in the state of Delaware, for example, set up the coastal zone legislation, which means that they can't build any factories or anything within 1 mile of the estuary of the Delaware River and the Atlantic Ocean and the Chesapeake. And so the whole point of this is that we can do a lot to deal with endangered species. And one of the things I would like to raise is that we have to deal with this on an international basis as well. Because right now, for example, we have a thing, Brazil has the Amazon is burning.
I guess the question is, were you confused, or were you just trying to embellish a story?
No, what I was doing was talking